the headlines. The first conference of the Executive Party Committee of the Party Agencies of Cần Thơ City, the first term 2020 to 2025. The meeting to review the submissions attached to the draft resolution in preparation for the 19th session. Cần Thơ City People's Committee held a conference to review the emulation and reward task in 2024, launch and sign emulation covenants in 2025. Hello, it's good to see you back here in this edition of Continuous and Top News today. On February 14th morning, the Executive Party Committee of the Party Agencies of Cần Thơ City, the first term from 2020 to 2025, held its first conference. Standing Deputy Secretary, also Chairman of the City People's Council, Secretary of the City Party Agencies, Phạm Văn Hiếu, chaired the conference. At the conference, delegates discussed and gave opinions on the establishment of advisory agencies to assist the Party Committee of the City Party Agencies, the establishment of party committees of agencies and party cells under the City Party Agencies, the consolidation of party organizations and party committees under the City Party Agencies, the working regulations of the Executive Committee of the City Party Agencies for the 2020-2025 term, the assignment of tasks to members of the Executive Committee for the 2020-2025 term, the working regulations of the Inspection Committee for the 2020-2025 term. In preparation for the 19th session, on the morning of February 13th, the Legal Committee under Cần Thơ City People's Council held a meeting to review the submissions attached to the draft resolution submitted by the City People's Committee. Deputies discussed and contributed opinions to complete the reports attached to the draft resolution on establishing the Department of Home Affairs based on merging the Department of Labor, One Values and Social Affairs and the Department of Home Affairs, establishing the Department of Finance on the basis of merging the Department of Planning and Investment and the Department of Finance, establishing the Department of Construction based on merging the Department of Transport and the Department of Construction, establishing the Department of Agriculture and Environment based on merging the Department of Natural Resources and Environment and the Department of Agriculture and Rural Development, establishing the Department of Science and Technology on the basis of merging the Department of Information and Communications and the Department of Science and Technology. Deputies basically agreed with the need to issue resolutions at the same time proposed to supplement and clarify the content of the procedures for some departments and branches that do not have projects and a roadmap for streamlining the payroll according to the regulations of the government. In addition, the deputies noted that the drafting agencies and units need to regularly monitor the progress and results of the ongoing National Assembly session in order to strictly, accurately, and following the regulations on streamlining and organizing the apparatus of agencies and public service units. On February 14th morning, Cần Thơ City People's Committee held a conference to review the emulation and reward task in 2024, launched and signed emulation covenants in 2025. In 2024, Cần Thơ City effectively organized and implemented emulation movements, attracting the participation of many people from all walks of life. From these movements, 520 collectives and individuals were awarded at the state level. 5,338 collectives, individuals, and households were awarded at the city level, creating momentum for socio-economic development in the locality. In their speeches at the conference, delegates shared experiences and good practices in implementing emulation movements and replicating advanced models. They also pointed out existing limitations to focus on overcoming and successfully completing on-site tasks in 2025. The conference also deployed direction and emulation and reward tasks in 2025 and launched a peak emulation campaign to streamline the organizational apparatus in the political system of Cần Thơ City. On each occasion, the City People's Committee awarded emulation flags to 11 collectives. The chairman of the City People's Committee awarded certificates of merit to 21 collectives with outstanding achievements in the emulation movement in 2024. The city's emulation clusters also cite an emulation covenant in 2025. Many more key tasks set for Cần Thơ City's tourism sector in 2025 as well as in coming years were noted at a conference to review the tourism work in 2024 and map out tasks in 2025 held by the Steering Committee for Tourism Development of Cần Thơ City, which took place on the morning of February 14th. Accordingly, the Steering Committee said it would focus on implementing key tasks such as prioritizing investment attraction in specialized fields to support tourism development, focusing on developing typical types of tourism, river ecotourism, conference and exhibition or MICE tourism. In particular, it's necessary to re-evaluate the effectiveness of approved topics and projects to find solutions for implementation while mobilizing all resources for investment in tourism development. In 2024, the city welcomed more than 6.3 million visitors, up 6% over the same period, reaching 104.4% of the annual plan. Accommodation businesses served more than 3.1 million visitors, up 5% over the same period, reaching 101.4% of the annual plan. Total tourism revenue reached 6,226 billion Vietnam dong, up 15% over the same period, reaching 103.8% of the annual plan. On February 13th, the Department of Cultivation and Plant Protection, under the Department of Agriculture and Rural Development of Cần Thơ City, organized a training course to improve capacity for technical staff and collaborators at the community level on knowledge of collective economy associated with the 1 million hectare rice project. Delegates were provided with knowledge by experts from the School of Public Policy and Rural Development on the law on cooperatives, the role and nature of cooperatives in implementing the 1 million hectare rice project, guidelines for new establishment, consolidation and development, the role of party committees and authorities in supporting collective economic development at the district community level. This will serve well the implementation of the project, sustainable development of 1 million hectares of high quality and low emission rice cultivation associated with green growth in the Mekong Delta by 2030 in Cần Thơ City. On February 13th morning, Cần Thơ General Hospital, in collaboration with Cần Thơ Hematology and Blood Transfusion Hospital and Cần Thơ City Red Cross Society, organized the Voluntary Blood Donation Festival in 2025. About 200 employees, mainly members of the Youth Union, Women's Union, Labor Union of the hospital, along with relatives of employees, registered to participate in voluntary blood donation. 125 units of blood were collected. Leaders of Cần Thơ General Hospital hoped that staff would donate blood at the appropriate time, especially when the blood reserve is exhausted or in emergency situations or has not been received from other units. With the theme celebrating the glorious party and the spring of the snake in 2025 on February 12th evening, or the 15th day of the first lunar month, the Union of Literature and Arts Association and the Department of Culture, Sports and Tourism of Cần Thơ City jointly organized the 23rd Vietnam Poetry Day in 2025 at Những, Cần Thơ City. The 23rd Vietnam Poetry Day is an opportunity for artists to express their love for their homeland, country, and beloved Cần Thơ City, creating more motivation for Cần Thơ poetry to step forward to a new era, the era of growth. The program has 11 performances, typically the poem Nguyên Tiêu, written by President Hồ Chí Minh, poetry recitation, music, and traditional songs adapted from poetry that brought audiences a meaningful night of art. And last but not least, we have the updated weather forecast. The updated weather forecast also wrapped up this edition of Continuous. If you want to watch again in its bulletin, please visit our website, kentoTV.vn. And now thanks for being with us. Goodbye and see you next time.